Hey, what's up everybody? 3D Theory here. Today is August 10th, 2024 at 7:31 a.m. and this is vlog number 30. Alright guys, today we're going to do the run-of-the-mill, take off the latches and plates as well as the ones running here. And for those of you who are new to the channel, this is my tiny little 3D print farm of 5 Bambu Lab A1 3D printers, and we print out one set of this product, or I should say piece of a product. This is the left latch, left plate, right plate, and on this machine here I use near empty spools of filament to print out one full set. So we got a right latch, a left latch, and here are my empty spools, by the way, or near empty spools. So these spools cannot print out one full latch or one full plate. So I use the auto refill function on here on the AMS Lite combo, where when one finishes, it'll just switch to a different one. As you can tell, I use number 4, then switch to number 1 here to finish up this this here latch. And that is looking real nice and clean. You can see where the other filament started there, but it still does its job. Everything's lined up and it looks great. Now I don't really talk about where these connect to, because this connects to a larger product, because this channel only covers the 3D printing aspect, and so I don't share too many details beyond that. By the way, it is 78.6 degrees Fahrenheit in the 3D printer room, and nothing like a good cup of coffee. Nice. By the way, all this stuff you see right here is available on my Maker World for free. These are thrones for your phone. This yellow is a makeshift phone. And it's the Sith throne from Star Wars Episode 9. You could recline it. You could do the same for all 3 of these, recline them. And this has an AirPod holder. This is Vader's throne, Bo-Katan's throne. You got green from Rainbow Friends, and a cool little stealth side table. It's a French side table, stealthed out. And we got another piece of furniture coming. It's called a stealth TV tray that I've designed in previous vlogs, and I'm going to be 3D modeling out shortly. So if you're interested, they're free on my Maker World. Link is in the description below. Have fun. By the way guys, I am going to do my best to not use this CR6 Max build plate as a workbench. Few of you have mentioned in the comments, please stop using the build plate of the Creality CR6 Max as a workbench. So I'm really gonna try. It's just very, very small in this room. On camera, it does maybe look a little bit bigger, but it's a pretty small space. If I can kind of show you 1, 2, 3, I'm already across the room. So you can imagine, but nonetheless, very thankful for the room. I'm going to do my best avoiding that as a workbench. But I did want to talk about this camera situation that I asked several vlogs ago. So the camera I use, I put it on this Manfrotto for vlogging. It's very easy for me to just hold it and gives me a nice grip. But when I'm doing shots like, changing out spools of filament, I use this here latching system, which connects on to this standard Amazon Basics tripod. Now, I really wanted to find something where, while my camera is connected to this thing, I can just latch it onto here, take that off, latch it onto here. But I kid you not, it's really hard finding this mounting system. This little mounting system. I've looked everywhere. I scoured the internet, I looked on Amazon, I've looked on Temu. I cannot find this bottom part. I could find a lot of these, but not any of these. And nonetheless, if I do find any of these, it's got to have a screw bottom so that I can screw it on to here. So I have 2 of these bottom parts where I can just exchange from here onto this one and back onto this one as I switch camera. However, a lot of you inspired me because you commented different ways that possibly could have worked, but I just couldn't really find the right sizes for. So I found this one. It's $10.99 on Amazon. The measurements were pretty close to what the tripod quick release mount is, but when I got it, it was not accurate to the description. So it's actually a pretty big size difference, but when you read it on the Amazon description, it's like off by 0.1. I figured, hey, that'll fit. However, when you do look at the bottoms here, it's a huge difference. It's a pretty big difference. It's not gonna fit. So, I mean, it does latch on here, but it's just so loose that I don't trust it. So, what I decided to do for $10.99, I figured that's a pretty good deal. So I bought another one of these. And what I intend on doing is just mounting this onto here, which you can do because it has that screw bottom. And so this will always just be on here, up top, over here, you know. And when I get the second one, I can just screw it on top of here. And so I can go from this to this with just a click of a button here. And I would imagine that would work. So for $22, it worked. And thank you guys, all of you, for pointing me in the right direction. I really appreciate it because it kind of inspired me to go and look and do my due diligence and kind of look up the keywords that would get me the things that I need. So thank you so much, guys. I really appreciate that. All right, nonetheless, I'm going to get production started over here. So let's just make sure the assistant was good. Yep, it was just mentioning that it ran out of filament. So I'm going to go ahead and grab this. By the way, someone asked in the comments, is there a downloadable file for the scraper? This comes on the SD card with the Bambu Lab A1. So, and also this blade comes with the machine as well. But I have a whole video on being very careful that your blade has tapers at the tip on both sides. So make sure to check out that video, or else you're just going to ruin your PEI sheet. But I don't know if it's downloadable anywhere else. It does come with the printer itself though. I'm going to switch out a spool here. And like I said, I'm just using some old filament that wouldn't otherwise be able to print out a full latch or a full plate. And with this AMS light system, it really helps. And I know like Sunlu came out with the filament connector, but hey, when you got this AMS light, I feel like you don't need that anymore. Either way, I would love to have one. Those filament connectors look pretty cool, but nonetheless, this just takes care of it. All right, now that we got our filament loaded up, I'm gonna go ahead and print the next thing, which is left plate. I'll start with spool number 2 this time. There you go. All right, guys, like machine number 5, I'm just gonna take these off real quick. And let's see how easily these release. Yeah, it releases like a charm. Very nice. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna put that down at the bottom. So you got your right latches here. Left latch. Very nice. And this spool looks like it needs to be changed. Well, we are officially down to our last box here. We should be getting in a new shipment within a couple of weeks, but it is going to take some time. And for that reason, printing out the stealth side table might be delayed just a little bit until that filament arrives. But nonetheless, we still have to do the 3D modeling for it. And I was actually considering looking into maybe making the second place winner of the poll, which is a soda can holder with a handle. I thought that would be kind of cool to make. But do let me know what you guys think of that idea. If you're interested, we can make it happen. On a total side note, I did end up getting that drill press from my family member yesterday. It's an old one, but a good one. I do have a small little clip from yesterday of me using the machine and elongating that hole on the steel bar, because I couldn't use that carbide rotary burr on the rotary tool. It just didn't work out. I even tried putting the rotary burr on the drill press, and I'll tell you what, it worked really well. It's just the drill press doesn't go as fast as the rotary tool, and so it ends up taking a really long time, maybe 2 minutes per steel bar. So it really decreases efficiency. and I need to be efficient with that. It needs to happen sooner than later. But nonetheless, while this is loading, check out that clip from yesterday. What's up, everybody? 3D Theory here. It is 7:30 p.m. and it is still August 9th. And I went and I got that drill press from my family member. And it's a pretty old drill press, but nonetheless fantastic. And it's doing the job of elongating this hole, I'd say perfectly, how I needed it. So I just pretty much mark out that steel bar and I try to get it center as I possibly can. That's looking pretty center to me. If not, maybe even this way. All right, that's as center as I think I'm going to be able to get it, but I do want to bring it up just a slight bit. There you go. That's where I want it to be. So this is how I've been taking care of it, just one after another, and I figured I'd show you guys. So I just put a little bit of oil and I turn it on and go to town. All right, that about does that. There's just a little bit of steel here that I want to use this deburring tool to get out. All right, that's pretty smooth. I'm just gonna go ahead and give it a test. There is just this little bit I wish I could just get out of there. That took care of that part. All right, guys, so off camera, I gave that a try and it worked out great. Here's that old drill press. Hey, it does the job and it's built like a tank, so I appreciate it. But yeah, that's what we're doing tonight. Got probably another, I don't know, 180 to go. So I better get to it. All right, guys, welcome back to the future. And that rotary tool really does the trick. I can get it. Oh, that was sweet. That little test strip just flew right into the purge bucket. I'm able to get one bar done in maybe 30 seconds, 45 seconds. In that video I showed you, it was a little bit of a unique situation where I went above where I needed to create the hole, and it created this kind of a sharp, tapered parts right in the middle. So I had to spend a little more time on it, but nonetheless, it did the trick, and I'd say that's the right tool for the job. Very nice. I love how these Bambu Lab printers print their parts. Love it. All right, since that's ready to go, might as well just get it started. That's the right plate. All right, likewise for this one, let's go ahead and take that out. It does bend because it's stuck so well, but nonetheless, it comes out like a charm, especially after having used the isopropyl alcohol. It does help. And to be clear, I haven't used the isopropyl alcohol since that one time I did, so it's still going strong. As you can see, it's releasing a lot better than what you had seen in my older vlogs. All right, and we'll do left plate for this one. And production is ready to go.